All right, so today we're diving into Agra,
Agra.
that city in India, Uttar Pradesh specifically,
Yeah,
which if you hear Agra, you think Mughals, right?
exactly. Yeah, synonymous with that era.
And our main source here, it's like we've got this really cool travelogue,
Mm-hmm.
and it just, I don't know, it makes Agra sound like so much more than just the buildings.
Oh, for sure. When I was reading this, it really struck me that Agra's not just about, the postcard sites.
Right.
It's almost like there are these layers to it. You've got the history, obviously, but then there's this romantic element that kind of hangs in the air.
Yeah.
And then the architecture itself, just the sheer scale of it is breathtaking. But then you've also got these bustling markets, daily life happening.
The real living city.
Exactly. And the food, oh my gosh, the food is like a direct link back to that Mughal past.
Okay, so we've got to talk about the food, but hold that thought.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, everyone's coming to Agra for one thing first, right? The Taj Mahal.
You can't escape it. It's the icon.
So what we're going to do today is try to dig into why it's so powerful. Not just, pretty to look at, but why does it matter so much in the grand scheme of Agra?
Love that.
Let's start simple. Taj Mahal. What is it?
Well, it's that white marble mausoleum, right?
The one you see in every picture.
Exactly. And a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Obviously.
Emperor Shah Jahan built it for Mumtaz Mahal, his wife. And everyone knows it, but to really get it, you have to think about the scale of the project, the ambition it took to create something like that. The detail is just mind-blowing.
This travelogue, it talked about sunrise at the Taj
Oh, yeah.
and how the light hits it.
It's not just a static building. The way it's designed, the marble.
It's designed to work with the light.
Yeah, like at different times of day, it evokes totally different moods.
That's amazing.
It is.
And when you think about the Mughals and all the art and architecture they created,
Where does the Taj fit in?
yeah, like how good is it really?
Yeah. So if you look back at earlier Mughal stuff, like the Agra Fort, which we'll get to, you see this progression. Like things get more refined, more ornate over time.
Okay.
And the Taj is like the peak of that. They mastered symmetry. They're using the most precious materials. There's almost an ethereal quality to it. And nothing had been done on that scale before.
So it's the culmination.
You could say that.
Okay, so Agra Fort, that's not too far from the Taj, right?
It's just a few kilometers.
And this is where the Mughals were actually based for a long time.
Yeah, Emperor Akbar built it back in the 16th century.
Red sandstone fort.
Yep, solid, powerful stuff.
So how do these two, the fort and the Taj, how do they relate to each other?
It's a great question. The fort, it gives you that sense of the empire's raw power, that red sandstone. It screams strength, military might.
Foundation.
Exactly. But then you go inside and you start to see this evolution. Later, Mughal rulers added palaces, audience halls, all in white marble.
Showing off a little.
Yeah, and it shows that shift in focus. It's less about war, more about court life, about art and beauty.
Which leads to the Taj.
Precisely. And there's this really poignant detail. Inside the fort, there's this tower, the Musamman Burj. Shah Jahan was imprisoned there by his own son, and from there, he could look out and see the Taj Mahal.
Wow.
He spent his last years there, gazing at his creation. So it's like this visual, emotional link between the two structures.
That's incredible. So we've got power, we've got love, we've got loss.
Well, in these buildings.
About buildings, let's talk about food.
Finally.
Agra's got some serious culinary cred, right?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
This travelogue, it raves about pitha and this whole Mughlai cuisine thing.
Well, think about it. The Mughals were all about bringing cultures together. So their cuisine, it's this fusion of Persian and Indian traditions. You've got rich spices, creamy sauces, nuts, dried fruits. It's all about indulgence.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
And then there's paltha, this sweet made from ash gourd. It's unique to Agra, and it's become super famous.
Okay, what about street food?
Oh, you have to try the street food. Sadar Bazaar is the place to be. Chaats, kebabs, all sorts of deliciousness. It's an assault on your senses in the best way possible.
So we've got the sights, the smells, the tastes.
Agra's got it all.
And then, for when you need to buy some gifts.
Souvenirs, goods. Agra's famous for that.
So it's more than just tourist trinkets.
Oh yeah, it's real craftsmanship, a connection to the living heritage of the city.
So I think it's safe to say Agra is a lot more than just a pretty building.
Way more.
It's a whole experience. The history, the art, the food, the people.
It's a place that really stays with you.
I think so too. And when you